Okay, more tasks here in this part of the book. It's a little bit dense with technique and new things for us to learn. In the rhythm map number 80, we see a lot of dots. One of the dots is underneath the note, and one of the dots is on the side of the note. And we need to distinguish between the two kinds of dots because they don't mean the same thing. The dot underneath the note tells us how to bow the note. In other words, it's a staccato note with a hook. So that would be this. Okay, a hooked bowing with staccato. And now the dot on the side of the note tells us that it's a dotted eighth note, not just an eighth note. So the dotted eighth note is combined with a 16th note, and it sounds like this. 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 1 E and up, 2 E and up. Okay, so let's do number 80 on the, whoopsie, that was my music stand. On the D string, ready, and 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 1 and 2 and 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 1 and 2 and. Now let's add that technique we just did to number 81. 2, ready, and 1 E and up, 2 E and a 1 and 2 and 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 1 and 2. Watch again. 2 and 1 E and up, 1 and 2 and 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 1 and 2 and. Going on to 82. Now we're going to hook the bow with multiple dotted eighth and 16th combinations. And so I want to go really slowly with you so that you understand how this works. Remember that we're not just building skills in our bow, but also in our muscles. And we learned that the muscles and our brain remember, okay, these motions associated with bowings and certain notes. And this is called muscle memory. It's also present in sports. Okay, so here we go. Hooked on D major goes like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4. Now we change. 1 and 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and. You may wish to do that one several times. Now, the reason that we learn how to do this bowing is it's prevalent in orchestra music throughout the literature, and it's an important bow stroke to know how to do. I want you to practice it many, many, many times slowly, but when you get proficient, you'll be able to do this. Sorry. Notice that when I'm playing, I am squeezing the bow with these fingers here, these two right here, and my thumb is very active, even though you can't see it because it's a very small motion. But these fingers are really in control of the stopping and the starting of the bow. And you notice how I get that really crisp, snappy sound? That's where it comes from. That's why I've been harping on you for years to hold your bows correctly. Okay, it's super important. All right, here we go on the mountain climber. 1, 2, ready, and. 4. We're going on into page 19 with syncopation. The explanation up at the top of the page says syncopation occurs when an accent or emphasis is given to a note that is not on a strong beat. This type of offbeat feel is common in many popular and classical styles. So what happens in measure 3 of number 86 is the 8th note is in front of the quarter note, making it a weaker beat that will throw your rhythm off a little bit and how you hear things. But once you master it, it's a really fun technique to do. Okay, so we're just going to do it on an open D string to start. Number 86, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and try it again and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Now we're going to add some notes to that. 87, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Going on to 88, more syncopation. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Using some of those rhythms from 88, here's Children's Shoes. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Now, with the hooked on syncopation, when I play this, I want you to notice that I'm using a different bow speed. At the beginning of the measure on beat 1, I'm going to make a very quick bow speed on that down bow 8th note on D, and then I'm going to play a down bow again on E, and it's also going to be a quick bow stroke. That enables me to have enough time to play the hooked bowing. Here we go, 90 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now we're going to apply all that you just learned about hooked bowings and syncopation. We're going to apply that to Tom Dooley, which is a test piece, number 91. 1, 2, ready, and.